Hey y'all, welcome to our first segment of Military Monday. So, today I'm going to talk to you guys about my experience in basic training. It's like summer band camp, guys. It's so fun. Okay, so I went to basic training in August of 2018. It was in Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and it was hot as like I literally remember just standing there waiting for chow, and like I would feel the sweat beads dripping, just dripping down my butt crack. But okay, so the first couple days you do like in processing stuff. That's not really like hard. You in like reception, you aren't even at like your actual unit that you're training in yet. So you're there doing stuff, you know, you getting smoked, getting cussed out, but it's not too bad. It's not bad at all. So the day we got shipped out to our unit, it was literally like pouring raining, and like that week I guess it was like tornado season. It was like tornado season in South Carolina, so it just was raining so bad. So we get off the bus or whatever, and we get off the bus and the drill sergeants were just yelling in our face, y'all. Like, I'm like, mind you, when I got the basic, I was probably like 100 pounds short, you know, nothing, and I'm carrying this big old laundry bag full of my stuff, and I'm running, and I think I tripped. Did I trip? No, I think I almost tripped, but I caught myself. And so we running inside or whatever. Mind you, we running into like a classroom, and it's muggy, you know, it's hot, and we're drenched because it was like raining. So, and I had glasses, y'all. So we got like these like eye pro. They weren't even like glasses, they were goggles, and we looked like complete idiots, and we could not go anywhere without them. So I was looking like an idiot. And if y'all knew me back in 2016, y'all know I cut my hair my senior year, but before I went to basic, I like cut it all off. Like, my name could have been Dustin. So we in there, and you know, just getting cussed out. They like introducing the drill sergeants and stuff, and one of the female drill sergeants came over to me, and I don't know what she wanted with me. I think I probably just steered her the wrong way. I don't know what the I did, but she was hot. So she said something. You know, you have to address your drill sergeants as drill sergeants, because if you don't, they'll like try to mentally kick. So she said something to me, and you know, she kept calling me private because they addressed us as privates. So she's saying something like blah 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 private. And so when I responded, I said, yes, private. Y'all, when I say she tore my dumb up, boy, like, that's one thing I would never forget. That shit was it's funny now, but in the moment I was so salty because like I think I just like wasn't thinking, like, you know, my adrenaline was up. I was like, I gotta deal with this for 3 months. Whew. So yeah, I don't know, she just caught me off guard. So she dogged me for like the first 3 weeks of training. So that was the first day. And then like we went up to our bays, and my drill sergeant was like this real big mean black guy. Like, he literally reminded me of my father, and he just was so mean. He looked scary. Like, y'all, if y'all seen this man, you would be scared. He just fits the description of a drill sergeant. So he was like making us dump all our stuff in the hallway, and I guess this was like his way of doing a checklist to making sure we had all our stuff. But then he would like make us pick up something or like run outside and like run around in the circle. Mind you, it's still pouring at this point. Just do silly like that. Like, it was crazy. Oh my god, I was so miserable the first day. And of course that night, I don't know why the fuck we thought they was gonna let us sleep, because they came in there with blow horns. Like, wake the pretty much. Like, the first 72 hours are literal hell, but it's not that bad, but it's bad. So she came in there, well shit, all of them came in there with like blow horns, like get up out the bed. And I guess this is when they wanted to see what we were sleeping in. So we were supposed to be sleeping in PTs, but it was freezing in there. So like we would sleep in our fleece or like our like long johns, and you know, be bundled up under the covers. But no, I literally, like, I'm a freeze baby, so I always was trying to be bundled up. But I think that night I probably had on like my fleece because it was cold. So of course when I heard them, you know, we had to hurry up and get out the bed. So I'm under the covers while everybody trying to get out the bed and shit. I'm like trying to unzip my fleece under the cover so I could toss it up under my cover and not get everybody cussed out. But we all got cussed out anyways because other people had theirs on and didn't take it off. So I could have just took one for the team like everybody else did. So what else happened? So like after the first night, it was just like hell, yeah, for like the first couple of days. And then we finally, I think we got our weapons within like the first day or so, whatever. We learned how to use them. La da da. Oh my god, y'all, if somebody like lost a weapon or left a weapon somewhere, boy, we would get literally like dogged. Like, oh my god. So dang, where was I? Let me think. Boom. So we got our weapons and stuff, learned how to use them, all the basic stuff. So fast forward to like week 3 or 4 maybe, y'all. So this is probably about to be so TMI and y'all gonna be like, ew, but this is like how real it will get. So I think we were like in the field or something, and I don't know what happened, but I was sick. I kept getting sick and I did not know what was wrong. So I would like go to sick call, but she really didn't know what was wrong because it was like stomach, and like I had a rash, but the rash was like on the inside of my legs, like from like chafing. What's that word? Yeah, that. So I promise I'm not dirty, y'all. Like, I swear to god I'm not dirty. So I had like some rash on my legs and it really hurted so bad, like when I walked. So I finally go get checked out. No, y'all. Okay, so we were in the field doing land nav and it was hot. We had just did like a 5-mile rough march maybe to the area where we were doing land nav, and we were probably out there literally all day. And by the time we ended, I could not walk. This was probably like my first time ever crying in basic because I literally felt so defeated. I just was like, oh my god, what is wrong? Because something was actually wrong. Like, it wasn't like I was just putting shit on my ass. I was actually sick. Not sick, but something was wrong. So I can't walk, and I think I went to like the porta potty, and you have to go everywhere with a battle buddy. So at this time, my battle buddy, I'm like, yo, like, I need help. And everybody was getting up, getting ready to go get back on the bus to go back to our base. So my first sergeant at this time was a nurse, and he was a white guy. He was actually really nice, like if he wasn't cussing you out. So I called him over, and what happened? Why did I just do this and get sidetracked? So I had my battle buddy call him over because my drill sergeant was looking like, what are they doing over there? So she told him pretty much what happened. Like, I could not walk. I thought, bro, they gonna have to amputate my legs. What the did I sign up for? So I told him, because I think at this point it had been going on for a couple of days. So I told him whatever. He was like, yeah, that's not normal. But he was a guy, so I couldn't just like show him what the issue was. But like, I showed one of my female drill sergeants, so she went and told him like, oh yeah, she gotta go to the hospital. So I think me and my battle buddy go to the hospital, and y'all, I can't remember the series of events of how shit happened, but they told me I had E. coli. E. coli, y'all. E. coli. How the I get E. coli in basic training? So at this point, I'm in the hospital. Like I'm at the real hospital. I'm not like at the doctors or nothing. I'm at the real hospital, and I'm like crying because I felt so sick. I don't think I could eat. I couldn't walk. Like, it literally was like taking over my legs. So I thought I was dying because that never happened to me before. So the nurse, or no, the doctor, like a little, I think she was Korean or something. And mind you, we don't have phones. We can't talk to nobody. And when you're sick, you want your mother. So I'm like, I really just want to call my mom, like, and she's like, I'm sorry. Like, she was very nice. She was like, I can't, I can't let you do that, pretty much. So fast forward, I get out the hospital with E. coli, all these medications, and I have to go to the sick bays. The sick bays are like where you are pretty much when you're sick. You can't really do nothing. You're in a room. You may have roommates, you may not. And they literally take you to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's it. You don't do nothing. You don't get smoked. You don't have drill sergeants there. It's one drill sergeant there that's on duty like 24/7. But you're there all day. I couldn't do nothing. Like, I wasn't even getting my mail, so I couldn't write people. Like, I could write people, but it wasn't like I was responding to letters that they already sent or anything. So it was just like whatever. And I was in the sick bays for almost 3 weeks. Now, we were in red phase still. I think red phase was maybe 4 weeks or something. I can't remember, but we're in red phase. And if you miss a certain amount of time, you have to get recycled. So the whole time I'm in sick bays, I'm like, man, I'm about to have to redo this all over again. Like, I was sad, I was down, but it was what it was, because I knew at the end of the day I needed to get better because I was sick. So like when I was in the sick bays, I could not eat. I think I only ate breakfast, and then it got to a point where I wouldn't even eat breakfast, and then it got to a point where I wouldn't even go to chow. But I was in the sick bays for so long that the drill sergeants on duty, they they knew who I was and what was wrong with me, so they really didn't like bother me. They didn't make me walk to chow and stuff because like I just didn't have the energy. I couldn't. My legs hurt. So I was in there for a while, and towards the end of being in the sick bays, like when I was getting better, it actually got not funner per se, but like we used to have the same rotation of drill sergeants. So we literally like would just sit in the duty room, because sometimes it'd be like 12 people in the sick bays and sometimes it'll only be like 3. So we would just sit in there with the drill sergeants, literally watch TV and just chill like that, because some of them are actually really cool. A lot of drill sergeants are really nice. They just gotta play me. So y'all, I finally got out the sick bays. When I went back to my bay, or yeah, my bay with my platoon, oh my god, y'all, I felt so loved when I walked in there. They're like, oh my god, Nance. I remember one of them, I still talk to her to this day. She was like, oh my god, you're back. Like, some of them girls got on my nerves, but it is what it is. They like, and like some of them I still talk to this day. Like literally I could name a handful of people that I still talk to this day. But yeah, so I got back and I think I gave like my papers to my drill sergeant. He said something to me, but I can't remember what he said. And I was like, am I really about to have to start over? He just looked at me and was like, don't worry about it, like, you know, we'll take care of it. And I just like was like, like I was so relieved, because y'all, I really thought I was gonna have to do it all over again. So when I got out, it probably was like week 6. I think basic training is 10 weeks long. I can't remember. It might have been 12 weeks. But I know I missed a significant amount being in the sick days. So when we got out and we would do like our, you know, just everything I missed. Like I missed zeroing and grouping. So when I got out, it was just time to qualify. So I'm like, can I even shoot an M16? Like, y'all, I'm like, if I don't, they finna shoot me, and y'all know I'm blind, so I really could not see. But we had like these little goggle things, but they really wasn't like all that. So it was time to qualify. Y'all, it was like this Korean girl in my platoon, and you know, it's like stages of qualifying or whatever. And when you're on the range, I think it's red, green, and yellow. Red is obviously like hot, you're firing, I think. I can't remember the goddamn stages. It was like 3 years ago. I just know somebody was shooting when they was not supposed to be shooting, and she got cussed clean the fuck out. But y'all, she was Korean. She did not speak good English, so it just was all bad. And she was in my platoon, of course. And my platoon already, we were the worst platoon. I don't know why, but it wasn't even that we were the worst. Our drill sergeant did not play no games. And I remember he like counseled us off for something petty, and once you get counseled, you don't graduate honors. So our platoon automatically was like disqualified, kicked out for that, because we got counseled. I think, what did I used to get counseled for? I can't even remember. I wish I could have told this story earlier, because it probably was good. But it was time to qualify and stuff. When I got out, I did qualify. A bitch could shoot. I qualified and stuff, and it just was, ooh. I was like, dang, man, I'm really finna be like out here murking people. And of course, I never deployed. But what happened after that? Oh yeah, like, again, so I said we was in South Carolina, and it was hot, y'all. Like, it was so hot. I was so black. Like, right now I'm pale. I literally was like, I don't even have nothing the color that I was, but just know I was dark. I was team dark skin out there. And then what you know, I'm gonna fast forward, because I don't remember nothing like good that happened in between this time. But I remember towards the end of basic training, where we was like getting ready to graduate, and we were cleaning weapons or something, and me and this girl Morgan stayed back for something. I don't know why, but she got really cool with one of our drill sergeants. Not like inappropriate cool, but just like cool. So I think we like was going back and forth to like the store with them. I don't know what, I don't even remember. I just know we was going back and forth from the store. And we got back and we go on a trial the next morning, and our drill sergeant is just going in on our platoon, talking about like us being friendly, our females being friendly, la di da di da. And I'm like, yeah, which one of y'all dumb ass did something? Y'all, come to find out, guess who the dumb was? Me and my battle buddy. So I don't know what she did. To this day, I don't even think we did nothing. I think they just was, you know, around. So he pulls us aside outside of the DFAC. Mind you, I'm already salty because we was already last, and breakfast was my favorite meal of the day, and I did not play about breakfast because that's the only thing like I faithfully ate. So we had to go last. After he talking, he like, so what happened yesterday? I'm like, drill sergeant, what? Like, what happened? You clearly know something I don't know, so enlighten me. And he like, so drill sergeant so and so, mind you, he said the female drill sergeant, she hated all the females, so he said, well, she said you guys were over there laughing with her battle buddy. And I sat there and I laughed in my head. I'm like, no, she did not. No, she did not. Not no, she didn't say it, but like, no, did you really go and say that? Like, I couldn't believe she went and did that. And I just sat there and I let my battle buddy like explain herself, because I knew it wasn't me and it barely was her. Like, I mean, we just were talking and we might have been laughing, but it was funny. So don't you laugh at funny people? So she blew down on us too after that. Like that next morning, I guess when her platoon got the child, I'm like, damn, it's over with. That was yesterday. Like, what the fuck? So I don't know what the issue was with that. But then what else happened? Oh my god, y'all, why did this girl get caught writing notes? Like, and the thing is, I heard she was, I don't know if she's still around to watch my YouTube video. If you are, sorry. But she was writing notes to this dude, and I think they was talking about like trying to be together and get married and everything. Like, y'all, get out of jail first. We can't even do nothing. And these men, these boys are not even attractive, y'all. They get shaved bald. They were not attractive whatsoever. Nobody was attractive in there. Like, I literally, excuse me, nobody was attractive. And they just was like writing love notes. So of course they weren't labeled. So we all got called into the room, sitting there like, okay, well, who wrote these notes? And everybody just looking at each other, because if you didn't know what was going on, you just didn't know what was going on. And I was one of them, because I stayed low-key and I stayed out the way up until, well, the first 3 weeks I was so low-key. I did not, if I had to talk to my drill sergeants, I wasn't talking to them. I wasn't doing nothing. But then I got sick, so that's when everybody kind of learned who I was. But yeah, when I came back, I just used to still be low-key. I'm like, I don't know what the is going on right now, but it's crazy. So it was like writing a note to whatever, and yeah, they eventually got caught. And it just was crazy because it was the same girl. She just kept getting in trouble. Like, girl, do you miss men? Like what? You can't do nothing here. Like, girl, wait, because you making all of us suffer right now. And if I got in trouble for you, I did not like you. Because, especially if it was over some dumb, because now I'm getting smoked because you doing some dumb shit. Like, my drill sergeant literally, y'all, oh my god, one night after I got out the shower, this man literally made us run around the building with sandbags over our head like this. My little scrawny ass with sandbags, fresh out the shower. Like, and mind you, the showers was cold. That they ain't had doors on them, so I had to see everybody vagina and boobs. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, I'm glad I went to basic bald head though, because it just, trying to do my hair every day, you don't have time for that. Like, it's not realistic. But one day I had this drill sergeant, short little Mexican dude. He was so little, like he was littler than me, and I was little. But one day we was sitting in class, right, and he looked at me. He was like, "Nance, did you get electrocuted?" Yeah, the whole class started laughing. I was like, yeah, I did. Like, because I think my hair was just like sticking up, because I didn't do it that day, because we was at the range and we had our helmets on, and our Kevlars or whatever, they got pads on the inside of them, so it will always mess up my hair, and I would have dirt in my hair. So why would I do my hair? No, I ain't had time for that. And then, oh my god, y'all, Nick at Night. I just want to stand up and just die. So y'all, we did we rock there? No, I think we bust there and rocked back. No, we bust there, we walked a little and then bust back, but it was like 4 in the morning because we did night shooting. Nick, what do Nick stand for? Night, I don't fucking know what it stands for. Maybe I'll look it up. But we had to low crawl and high crawl in the dirt while like bullets and stuff were flying over our head. So y'all, this felt like the longest crawl of my life, but come to find out it wasn't even long. I guess I'm gonna try to find out what the distance was. If I don't, then I don't. But we like had to low crawl under the barbed wire. It was like a thing of barbed wire, but the other stuff you had to high crawl. But like, you got your weapon and you trying to stay as low to the ground, because you don't know how how high or how low these bullets are over your body. But you hear them and you see the little pews, pews. And I was like, oh my god, I'm still not at the finish line. Like, fuck it, I'm just finna stand up and they just finna have a murder on their hands. Because I was tired. Like, I was so tired. I was like, why did I do this to myself? I don't even like dirt. And I'm sitting here playing in it and crawling. Like, I was so mad at myself. Like, why did I sign this contract? So, what else dumb they have us doing? Did I ever get in trouble in basic? Like, trouble? No, that was in Korea. What else? Y'all, when I was in Korea, I found out one of my favorite drill sergeants had committed suicide. And it was so crazy. She was so pretty. She was my favorite drill sergeant. And she was a female, and she always looked out for like the other females. She was so dope. Rest in peace to her. But yeah, basic training is like, I be telling people, they be like, oh my god, was it hard? It is mental. If you have a weak mindset and if your feelings get hurt by every little thing, you will not survive, because they hurt your feelings bad as you be like, am I really that bad? Like, they really will light you up. But if you got a strong mindset, it won't bother you. One ear, not the other. Like, my drill sergeant used to dog me for like little shit, like just like, oh, I think I did something wrong. I can't remember what I did, or I was running slow. And one of the black female drill sergeants, mind you, she was from Florida. She always used to talk about Kodak Black. Where's Kodak from? I don't know, but she always used to talk about Pompano Beach, and she just was ghetto. Like, she was straight hood. But I liked her. But she dogged me one day, and I can't remember why. But I did know she dogged me so bad, and I just was like, damn. Because you can't do nothing but sit there and take it. And me being me, I'd be like, Destiny, please don't laugh, because that's only going to make it worse. But in the moment, that gonna be funny. It'd be funny when you get back to your bay and laugh at it. Or it'd be funny now, like 3 years later, when I think back on it. But shit, almost 4 years later now. Yeah, 4 years later. But basic training was fun. Like, honestly, people be asking me if I would do it again, and I literally would say yeah. Like, it's literally like summer camp on steroids. Like, I went to basic training 100 pounds and I left 130. If you knew me when I first got out and when I first got to Korea, I was big. Not like big, like, because I was still little, but I had a lot of extra weight. Your girl was thick, okay? And you could even see it on my face. My face was kind of chunky. And then, what happened? We would get our phones, like, thing on when we like phased up. So it's red phase, blue phase, and white phase, or red, white, and blue. I don't know. One of them is red phase when you get in torture. One of them is like the next one. Then one of them is when you about to graduate. I can't remember what order it's in though. I just know red is the first one. And we would get like our phone calls, and I would call our parents. You also get a phone call when you first get there, but it's like you really can't say much, but you could tell them your address. But I don't think I called my parents when I first got there because I was already in that mindset, like, let's get the and I knew if I talked to my mother, I probably was gonna like start crying. So all I did was type my address, I think, and I sent it to my mom, and I like posted it on my Instagram and shit like that, because I think we had like 5 minutes to talk to our people before we got our phone took. So I did that instead of calling people. When we did get our phones back, I would call my mom, and yeah, I think I would call my mom, but I don't really remember what we talked about. Like, and then we had an extra phone call because remember I said it was tornado or hurricane, one of those seasons. I think it was hurricane. Yeah, something. I don't know, but it was something. And we were able to get a phone call, but I don't think I ended up using my phone call because I remember getting on Facebook, and then I saw that my parents had recently, not my parents, my family recently attended a funeral of my great grandmother. So I found out my great grandmother died when I was in basic training, and it was very sad. Because I couldn't, like, you feel so helpless because you can't be with your family and you can't even be there for that moment to say goodbye. So it was kind of sad, but I tried it to the game, you know. Remember, I'm there for a reason, and I didn't want to I think when I told my dad, it was he didn't want me to get distracted. So because I was like, well, why didn't y'all tell me, like, it's my grandma? But he was like, he didn't want me to get distracted and stuff like that. So it was what it was. And I think, was it close to graduation? No, it was not. That was, I think, the first week of September. Dang, that was the first week of September. I got there August 29th or 28th. So that was like rough, but I got through it. What else happened in basic? I think it's really a good experience, and I used to hate when people ask me about it because, like, y'all, I am not a recruiter, and my experience is always gonna be different than the next person's, and I might have took it differently than the next person because, like I said, I had a ball. Not literally, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah, graduation, or no, family day. Family day, I was so excited to see my mama and daddy, and we couldn't really do nothing though. We just kind of like chilled on post, and we got our phones back. And y'all, so before I left for basic, I had like a little boot thing or whatever back here, and I would like write him, and he would never write me back. Supposedly, like, let him tell that he was writing me back, and I'm like, yo. So of course when I got out, I dogged him. And I don't know, I think we did still end up talking for a minute after, then we stopped because he had somebody calling me on some woman to woman shit. So it was so cold, like, for graduation. So I graduated November 10th or 11th, Veterans Day. something like that. And that's when I graduated, and it was like, it'd be so cold in the morning, and then it would be like warm throughout the day. But for graduation, we had to like march onto the field from behind the trees. Come on, stand cricket. I don't know. We had to like march from behind the trees in our dress uniform, and it was so cold. Like, I don't know how I survived, because I am not a freeze baby. I mean, I am a freeze baby, and I was not happy. And the sun didn't come up to like 11, but we had to be out there by like 6 or 7. So we was just standing there in the back for like 4 hours, and like we was playing like games with our drill sergeants. It's cool. Like I said, I still talk to a lot of people from basic training to this day, and I'm actually still in touch with my drill sergeant. That was real big and mean, because we ended up in Korea together, so that was cool. But I think he actually got out now. He's like retired. But yeah, like, you meet so many great people, and I'm so grateful for like that experience, because it made me the person I am today. That smile was fake. And we used to go to church like every Sunday, and y'all, if y'all know anything about me, I have not been to church in years. But I made sure to go to church on Sundays because I needed some scenery. And y'all, they would be in church passing notes and stuff, trying to talk to their little boo things. Why do y'all got these boo things? And first off, you don't even know how they dress in real life. You don't even know what they look like with hair, because they're bald. And you see your real head shape when you bald. And these boys had heads like what's it, Maleficent? Yeah, strong ass head ass little boys. But them, they like them, and I'm like, y'all are silly. Like, I don't think I had like a little fling in there. I was cool with a lot of them, but I ain't like them like that. Not me. And like, if you didn't go to church on Sundays, you would be like in the base cleaning. Sometimes I didn't go to church just so I could like chill, but in reality it wasn't really chilling, it was cleaning. And we used to get in like trouble. I like I said, I hate getting in trouble for other people. I get in trouble for what I did, but when I gotta get in trouble for somebody else did, I'm gonna cuss your ass out. And like, the girls, the age of females ranged so much. Like, we literally, I think Housley was what, 17? She was like the baby. And then it's like, you got people in your platoon that's like 35, literally hitting the maximum age limit. Like, it's so crazy. So you got so many different personalities, so many different attitudes, and like, everybody's so different. So of course, females being females, they would like argue. And I used to be so mad at night when they would argue. Like, if y'all don't shut the y'all, I think somebody tried to fight me. She did. Her name, she tried to fight me, y'all. We was outside of some place doing something, and were we taking pictures? I don't know, but somebody had said something off the wall. I think it was like the little Asian girl that I said was like 35. One of the people in her platoon, because the Asian girl got moved, because we was able to vote people out of our platoon if we didn't want them no more. And I think we voted her out, so she went somewhere else. And something, words was said, and this girl was trying to fight me. And I'm like, girl, if you don't shut the up, because you could want to fight me all you want, but at the end of the day, you're not touch me, because you're not, it's not worth it. Because I don't even know why you want to fight me, but you're not about to get me kicked out and have me start all over. And we at what, week 10? Because this was towards the end. And I'm like, so shut the and just chill. Like, I really wish I remember what it was for, but I know it was over the Asian girl. And that's, y'all, like, I did not like nobody in that platoon. But my best friend from AIT was in that platoon. But I did not like nobody really in red. Because they all just was weird and catty, like, and they all was little, y'all. Like, it was just a bunch of short, evil girls. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't know, but like I said, basic training was so fun, and I really would do it all over again. I wish I could like have a camera on my head when I was in basic, so all y'all could just see what I went through and what we went through. But it was fun. Why do it look like my titties is like hanging like that? Like, that's weird. But yeah, so yeah, I was literally giving my daughter a bath, and I thought about some silly. So I think on like our first FTX, I was pulling duty guard, whatever, and I literally fell asleep. During that time that I fell asleep with my weapon in my hands, I think my drill sergeant cussed me out because I guess I had my finger on the trigger, and he literally like laid there right in front of me, and I did not wake up. And I woke up and he was laying there. I was like, what a me, I'm about to get cussed out. Like, yeah, I used to be so sleepy because we woke up at 4:30 in the morning every day, and we would go to sleep at 9, but we would have to pull fire guard at night. And my platoon will always get in trouble, so we will always have to do like 2 hours. And we had buddy watch because somebody in our platoon will talk about wanting to kill herself, so we would have to have 2 people by her bed at night and 2 people in the middle doing fire guard. So that's 4 people an hour, and we have to keep doing that. Mind you, we did that the whole basic training, so we never got like a full constant night of sleep. Like the last, probably I think the night before family day, we were just so fed up, and the night before graduation we was like fire guard. So nobody woke up for fire guard, and of course that was the night one of the drill sergeants came upstairs and was like, oh, so y'all just said fuck fire guard? And then the drill sergeant called over the loudspeaker like, 3rd platoon females, y'all need to get over to staff duty right now. So me and one other person was awake, so me and her go over there, and we wake the rest of the platoon up like, y'all, we gotta go over here. So me and her go over there, and we waiting, and nobody ever comes. So we just sitting there cleaning up, and she like, where the rest of y'all platoon? I'm like, I don't know, I guess they ain't coming. So she wrote our names down and let us go back to sleep. But the next day she lit all them up. She like, only half of y'all came, and they kept saying that they didn't hear it on the speaker. But she was like, well, these few heard it, so y'all lying pretty much. Like, that was so funny. And it was another time I fell asleep on guard. I cannot remember when. I think this was like during Victory Forge. So like, we spent 4 nights in the field before graduation, and I got in trouble too. I can't remember why, but I remember getting in trouble, and our drill sergeant made me and like a few other people literally stand guard. Like, we had to stand up instead of laying down, and it was November, so it was cold, but we stayed getting in trouble for like not doing something on duty or something. I want to go back. Let me clip this back into the video somewhere. This was episode 1 in Military Monday. Next Monday, what are we gonna talk about? Korea, maybe. And if y'all know me, y'all know I always say Korea was the best year of my life. So that's gonna be real spicy. So make sure y'all stay tuned. And if y'all got any questions about basic training or the army or anything, comment or let me know, because y'all know your girl loves to talk, and I love to talk about it. So stay tuned for my next video, because it might be Military Monday or it might be something else. Who really knows? Make sure y'all stay hydrated. Drink y'all water during this quarantine, because it ain't nothing else to do. Don't talk about my appearance, because I wanted to get dressed, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not about to sit here and get dressed to sit behind a camera. Like, I wanted to so bad, because y'all know that's me, but I didn't have the energy to. Like, I just got my hair braided, and my edges, she didn't braid my edges, because if y'all know, my edges fell out during postpartum, so she didn't braid them. And I don't got no product on them, because I don't like putting product on my hair if I'm not doing nothing. So I'm just chilling, hanging around the crib. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all when I come back.